Hello everybody, this is Abnormality, and today I'll be showing you one of my newest card game idea. Well, I guess I should say TCG. But still, here's my newest TCG idea called Abnormality Civil War. This is what it's called, right? Yeah, Abnormality. I say it's called Abnormal Civil War. So, yeah, it's heavily inspired by spy cards, but with a few twists. So here you go. First off, how to win. If your opponent wins the game, you lose the game, and vice versa. You will win if your HQ has 0 life, or you will win. This is to your opponent HQ. Whoops. Anyways, if you'll win if your opponent's HQ has 0 life, or your opponent's leader is suppressed. Start of game. At the start of game, perform these following things in sequence. Both players' HQ start with 7 life. Condition that says start of game will trigger. Both players hire 4 cards. Both players draw 3 cards. And now card types. Card types is dependent on how the card functions. When mentioning a card type, it will look like this. Card type -CT. The card types are abnormalities. Abnormality-CT. I will mention this. I will mention this part or this part. This okay. Abnormalities are the main way you attack and defend. Unless otherwise specified, any abnormality can be your leader. After you play a abnormality, place it onto the battlefield. Then shuffle it into your main deck at the end of the round. Abnormalities have P cost, don't laugh, and life, in addition to abilities. To play a abnormality, you must pay energy. You must spend energy specified by its P cost. If you lose a round, all abnormalities you control loses 1 life. If an abnormality has 0 life, it is suppressed. Employees are the main way you gain energy. Employees belong in the Recruitment-Deck instead of the main deck. Employees have virtue in addition to abilities. During your main phase, you can exploit employees you control to gain energy, specified by their virtue, but they are sacrificed at the end of the round. Round and phases. Both players conduct their phase at the same time, and except for the battle phase, in secret to their opponent. During a round, both players start at the top to the bottom phases. The phases are draw phase. At the start of this phase, you draw 2 cards and hire 2. I should just say card actually. Draw 2 cards and hire 2 cards. Skip this phase if this is the first round. Upkeep phase. During this phase, certain conditions will trigger. Main phase. During this phase, you can exploit employees you control and or play as many cards from your hand if you can pay their P cost. Battle phase. At the start of this phase, abnormalities you control can contribute their ATK to your total ATK. Okay. And at the end of this phase, the player with the highest total HK will win the round, and the other player's HQ loses 1 life. End phase. Oh, I should. This is it. Just pretend this isn't here. As the end of this phase signifies the start of your opponent's. The end of this phase signifies the start of the next round. Zones. Zones are where cards are placed into. Zones are Main deck. The main deck is the primary zone from which to draw cards, either the opening hand at the beginning of the game, at the start of your draw phase, or because of a ability. Cards drawn are placed into a player's hand from which they can be played. If you would draw a card while your deck is while your main deck is empty, this is not a dash in here. Oh my god, fix it. If your main deck is empty, you do nothing. If you want to learn more about deck building, go to number 8 deck building. Recruitment-Deck. I should say Recruitment-Deck. Sorry. The Recruitment-Deck is where employees are stored. When you hire a card, place the top card from your Recruitment-Deck into your office. If you would hire a card while your Recruitment-Deck is empty, your HQ loses 1 life instead. Hand. When you draw a card, place the top card from your main deck into your hand. All cards in your hand. Oh boy. Anyways, all cards in your hand are hidden to your opponent. Your maximum hand size is 6. Your hand cannot exceed its maximum hand size. Battlefield. After 1 or more cards are played, I should change the wording here. Place them onto your side of the battlefield. This is about. Put them into your side of the battlefield in any order from front to back. Office. After a card is hired, place it into your office. Graveyard. When a card is discarded, suppressed, or sacrificed, when a card is discarded, suppressed, sacrificed, or placed into the graveyard, it is placed into its owner's graveyard. Super types. Super types are like additional card types that a card can have. The super types are token. Token cards cannot be added. Oh, I should change this thing. I'm mentioning that. I should change this. Token cards cannot be added to your main deck. Cannot be added to your deck during deck building. Deck building. During deck building, your main deck must contain 5 cards, with one of the abnormalities being your leader, and your recruitment deck must contain 30 cards. You cannot have more than 2 cards for the same name in your main deck and X deck during deck building. Token cards cannot be added to your deck during deck building. Control and own. You control a card if it's on your side of the battlefield or office. You own a card if you brought it into the game. Miscellaneous. When strapping a cost for an effect to trigger, it'll look like this. Cost, what are you?
Semicolon.
Okay. Cost, semicolon, effect. When strapping a condition for an effect to trigger, it'll look like this. Condition, colon, what is this?
Colon.
Yeah, colon. Condition, colon, effect. Oh boy, that was long. That was long. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. And I got several changes to do, so yeah. Anyways, this is Adam, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, YouTube!